This Touch New Zealand event is proudly supported by Bunnings Warehouse.
Tēnā koutou te iwi, and welcome back to the second live stream game on the last day of the 2023 Bunnings Warehouse National Touch Championship at Ongi Park, Palmerston North. Rod, we just had our first live stream game. It wasn't a final, it was a semi-final where we seen Nelson get over the top of Manawatu. They'll be in the final later on in a few live stream games. But here we have the first of our actual finals of this Open Championship between the under-21 mixed North Harbour and Manawatu.
Yes, absolutely. And just looking at them there, they seem very relaxed, which is always a good start to the game. But if the first game was anything to go by, we should see a cracker here. Obviously, the 21's great. So there's a couple of names just there to keep an eye on in the 21 mixed team. Quinn Kapi Ryan, very good ball player, and Reimana Saunderson Rurafe. Both great boys, great feet. And on the Manawatu side, products of Manukura, Lil Brown and Jada Maniapoto, very good. I'm expecting that they'll be playing at link here, and that they'll work all day. And on the control side for them, Bailey Natai Cribb, son of Brett Cribb in the box there, coach. So look out for to Bailey to be leading a lot of what they do.
We have a special guest. He's not really a guest. This is more his domain than it is ours, Rod.
Is he special?
Yeah, he is special.
He is a special guest.
They needed someone to bring the average age of the tent down. They needed someone to lift up the good looks of the tent. And so you can get one person to do both. How good. We have in the commentary box with us, George. George, welcome. How is it?
Oh, no, mihi mai. I still owe you a box of chocolates for those nice comments you've done throughout the campaign. It's feeling really good, mate. It's great to be here on day 4. It's been 3 brilliant days and one wonderful night for the Masters campaign as they wound up last night. And it's good to be here. We've seen a lot around the fields, around the sidelines, ready for some action to see the young blood show us our stuff on the number 1 field.
George, I don't know how, it's just not fair. Obviously you don't age, but I don't know how someone who can go out till 6 o'clock in the morning can turn up and look like they're just so fresh. I imagine you enjoyed yourself last night with all the rest of the Masters team, just celebrating a great campaign by all.
Oh, it's a beautiful feeling. All the Masters coming together in good feel. Really, it's a lot of camaraderie, connections, connecting up with provinces, all coming together for a great evening. Half the people not even having refreshments that require an alcohol level within it. But yes, it was a late night. I was the sober driver guy, so I was doing backwards and forwards, making sure people had a safe journey there and back home. And I'm ready to go today.
Oh, it's great to see there's 2 of us gentlemen out there still there. Georgie, anyway, back to the game, the final here between Manawatu and North Harbour. Haven't had the opportunity to see either of these 2 teams play. Did again check the results this morning to see what they have been, and there's been some really big wins throughout this tournament by both teams, Rod. You obviously been from Auckland, you'd have a bit of an idea of the style that North Harbour play?
Yeah, it's a little difficult, I guess, with the North Harbour squads. Most of these players are running boys and girls, to be honest, but they've put them together here in terms of a mixed squad. But I do know, the likes of Quinn and Reimana, very good short game, and someone like Quinn, he's got all the time, and we talk about it all the time. Players who have time on the ball, and he's one of those. So. I'll be looking for him to drive what they do.
And having a sort of association with the Manawatu area there, Georgie, how are you expecting the style of this Manawatu under-21s team?
Yeah, it's traditionally Manawatu were a very good province in the mixed grade many years ago, and then they put all their eggs into the women's and men's over time, and it's good to see them back in the mixed grade doing very well. The level of IQ has risen so much in these young athletes these days. They know how to play both codes, so they're switching and changing quite well. So we're expecting a lot of action from this Manawatu. They've got a lot of flair. It just comes back to the connection where they leave to go to boys and girls and now come back to the mixed scene.
Awesome. I tell you what, I think why they have 16 players in the team, because if they had any less, they'd all be Woodhouse. I'm just looking at the team list here. The coach is Willie Woodhouse, the manager is Leslie Woodhouse, the assistant coach, who probably is doing a lot of the coaching, is Lovey Woodhouse, and then we've got Donnie Woodhouse as the coaching director. I mean, that's a serious unit. And just in case you thought they were any part of the coaching and management team, no, they're obviously here because of their tamariki they have in the team. As we have Tyra, the number 1, as you can see up there for North Harbour Woodhouse, and Alize, the number 2. Like, I don't know where the rest of the whānau were for this weekend, but I'm sure they would have been in the team if they could have been in there.
Well, there'll be a few babysitters around the park. That'll be Woodhouse. It's a full house, Woodhouse, in Manawatu at the moment. So we're expecting a great game here from North Harbour. The IQ is right there in the coaching staff, and also with the Manawatu, with Cribb and Hobson Clayton doing some great stuff there, and Burton also, Sam. So we're going to expect a spectacle out there of some high IQ, some high skill, and a great game.
Yeah, it's a bit different, this Nationals, Rod. This is the Open Championship, and we obviously got the under-21 grade here. No under-21 male or female gender, just the under-21 mixed.
Yeah, well, I guess that's a result of a lot of provinces starting to put a little more emphasis into the genders game. But yeah, as you can see, there are some turnabout, as Georgie just spoke about, with Manawatu starting to push back into the mixed game now, which traditionally New Zealand has always been very, very strong in those mixed grades, Georgie.
Yeah, there was an era they dominated in the scene for a good 10 years. They're winning a few World Cups, dominating Australia. Very, very strong mixed grades when it came to national. The biggest division you could think of, having an A and a B, and also they used to have it in the men's and women's. But it's great to see some good mixed touch, and here we go.
As we see North Harbour tipping us off in this game. Great to see one of the girls in the middle already. Really enjoy the teams who do this. Yi Joy setting up, 3-3 dump around the back, and we see that not quite a passive, but it was almost like 2 sweeps in different directions there, Rod.
Yeah, Copy Ryan on the ball there. Oi, he released one at number 14, Fletcher Carpenter, away up the field. Can anyone get him? He's closing down the space. It's looking close. Oh, very, very good runaway there.
What a start from the 14 there, Fletcher Carpenter. We've seen it in the last game, an intercept early on. One of those referee killers. We often hear coach killers. Those are referee killers. And the older and slower I got, the more times people were offside and that come back for a penalty. But we see here, just setting this play up. We see the 23 drop. Steps back on left side, got to that short ball. Carpenter read it, and then he's gone. I thought there was a chance of him getting caught here. Carpenter just put the nos on, finished it off. Manawatu 1-0. What a start.
Yep, Isaac Murray McGregor made a good chase of it there. So let's see if Manawatu can put the stopper on.
Rua here.
Yeah, it's the second time they've gone for a little follow play in there. So important here for Manawatu, just to keep a nice clean lines up and through the orange zone.
Georgie, as a player, you've just got yourself set. You've got a starter. You tap it off first, and an intercept happens. So does that have much impact to the psyche?
Yeah, it's a real killer. You're working on capitalising on that set or doing a good set of defence, but when that happens, you've got to regroup. The coaches are there, they'll put them in the right place, but when you've got the Carpenter putting a nail in the 4x2 to start us off, that's a good position that Manawatu want to be in.
I see Tangi Tutu there, the 9 from Manawatu. Gets through, yeah, over the shoulder pass, nearly scored. Good set of defence from North Harbour. Penalty to start their set. 20 off their own scoreline. Harbour, they look pretty dangerous on that first set before that intercept, Rod, so be good to see what they have here.
Yes, they just bring it slowly through. It's important that they just control things. There's no need to rush. It's early days, and they're certainly not out of it, but they do need to make sure that they do control a ruck, set a good platform, so they've got something to attack off.
Murray McGregor and Yi Joy working in tandem. Steps on the outside, goes short side, looking for his wing partner, and too easy. In fact, that was the 15 from North Harbour. Farmer come all the way around from the other link. Take us through the replay here, Rod.
Yeah, I think that was, this is Murray McGregor. He just done a chase down now. Picks up and bounces away. Runs what nice little I won't call it a block play, but I do understand that it actually was. But but they got away with that one. But good thing. It would have been nice to see McGregor just go work a little bit deeper into the end goal there and give his wing a little bit more space to work with as well.
Oh, straight back Manawatu, as we see off the 33 peel, the number 4 from Manawatu, Tānoa coming in with speed, checked it back in, early release to the 13, Caleb Burton, who went in. So we see here just slowing things up. Burton drops to 33. You see Tangi Tutu coming in on that peel, and the North Harbour defender just couldn't quite get there, George.
Yeah, beautiful. 3 touchdowns there. We had a try from a carpenter. We had a try from a farmer. I was expecting a plumber to come in next, but it was a Tānoa. So 3 great touchdowns to start us off into this game.
I think you meant a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker. As we see North Harbour straight back into it. This is exactly like our first game of the live stream today. Bang, bang, bang. And as we talked about it, ping pong's a great thing for commentators, not so much for coaches. North Harbour again, setting things up in the middle of the field. Another 3-3 play, gets the quickie, steps off the left, draw and pass on the shutting Manawatu defender, and a great whole line held by the 11, Logan Wild.
Yeah, and the crowd goes wild for Wild, and it's another touchdown. We've just got it all happening at the moment.
I think it was the 6 a.m. home time for our man Georgie. Manawatu back on attack here. Ngātai Crib. 5th touch.
You think he touched him?
The ref said he did, so of course he did, Georgie. Ngātai Crib again. Just finishing it in the corner on the opposite side of where the North Harbour sub-box is as they move laterally across the field. Oh, yes. Well, yes for Manawatu and no for North Harbour. Manawatu, another set here. 2-2. Only not only just a little bit untidy there for this last 30 seconds.
Yeah, the first one, North Harbour, just guilty of going lateral before they go forward. Touch one has always got to be that tone setter in the in your set, and somewhere along the line you've got to get forward and just start the momentum so everything builds off that.
Mauri McGregor with the big right to left, on the money, and we see number 2, Alize Woodhouse. It's the first time we've said Woodhouse since the intro. Great touchdown there from North Harbour. 3-2 as we see it on this replay.
Yeah,
Mauri McGregor.
Very nice set there by Kapi Ryan and McGregor. Nice pick. Just took his time with it. Saw what his options were, and just the winger just a little bit tight there. But that combo between McGregor and Kapi Ryan is paying dividends for them at the moment.
It's a real skill Mauri McGregor showed again on this 33 peel play. Manawatu seemed to be going to. Mauri McGregor, that first bounce he did, he was just watching to see how that winger reacted. We couldn't see that on the screen, but we could see that live. When the wingers come in, then he threw long. So great work, Mauri McGregor. So we see Manawatu, late cut.
Don't worry, folks, he's not having a heart attack, but man, he lost so much breath on that one. There was 3 actions of good play there, nice flick-ons, but the last one didn't quite connect. That's beautiful to watch.
There's no way that can be trained. That was just a bit casual there, unfortunately. North Harbour wasn't quite looking, was drawing in that link defender, looking for the extra play. Manawatu again, a fresh sit on, 6 on the line. Seen teams being pretty lethal in this stage. Sherrard Chase, definitely like that physique of those type of players who do have that low game rod.
Yeah, long levers and definitely knows how to. He's aware of it, knows how to use it. So look for him to be using that a lot more during the game.
Nimble on his feet there, the number 9 from Manawatu, Tangi Tutu. Has the ball in his hands. Well, he did. Here he is. Sweet play, looking long, right to left. Was it touchland fight? 6 again? No, it wasn't.
I thought it was, to be honest.
Border ground. North Harbour, Georgie, now have another set.
They sure do. They did some really good defence there. They tried a quickie on the link there, on the female link, and there was a good play there by the middle that just come under, which shut that down, which normally they'll try to quickie to the outside, but well read by North Harbour. Now they're in control, taking it through the field. They're in the right place now. Let's see what they can come up on the back end of this set of 6. Nice power scoop, looks, loads, goes short this time. Manawatu asked the question with a touch.
Yeah, try to look off the defender there by giving them the big out the back, went short, but equal to it with Manawatu. I know, having seen Lovey coach many times, should be pretty keen for North Harbour to be a lot more accurate in their transition off their line through that orange zone and making sure that they're just not making the extra pass when they don't need to. First real extra set that Harbour have here down on the scoreline as we see the second touch taken there by the number 8. Just gets in behind. Mauri McGregor, he's been the man of the moment for North Harbour. Definitely want his hands on the ball, George.
Yeah, sure do. And they've got a fresh set here setting up on the line. He's looking at a sweet play. No, just getting the female around. Nice dump close to the 7, 8 metres out. Rod, what are we looking at here? Should it be right on the 7?
If you can, as close as you can.
Unfortunately, couldn't quite finish that one. Good set of defence from Manawatu. Here we go again. They've been a lot more accurate, and I hope I just haven't put the mocker on them. But Manawatu been pretty accurate in this area. Second touch, almost to halfway. I know I keep harping on about this whānau at home, but that is the reason why that you need to be accurate in this space. Yes, the tries are scored at the ends, but getting to them is hugely dependent on what happens through the middle. North Harbour off the hook. Second touch over halfway. Getting some fresh legs on. As we see King coming on. Haven't seen King on the ball too much. King.
Yeah, North Harbour certainly not shy of going lateral early in the count. As we see the pick, step short side, he's got the gas on. Oh, unfortunately, just couldn't go to hand.
Yeah, unfortunately, King couldn't get that one. Thought there was going to be a try, Georgie.
Yeah, sure. It was a corner side. He managed to get outside the female there, and unfortunately, ball went to ground. Manawatu get off. They're talking about getting off. They're getting off their line very well with some good, strong drives. Referees called the North Harbour player out of play. No penalty. Play goes on. Manawatu in the right end of the field.
Yep, Buttery, the ref on at the moment. An up-and-coming superstar. Really like the way he refs. As you see a late cut here from Manawatu. Getting in. Oh, there it is again. I said you couldn't train for it, but you can't do it that often and it come off and not have trained for it. What a try here from Manawatu, Rod. Good luck taking us through this replay.
Yeah, well, it's not in the playbook. I can definitely guarantee you that it is not in the playbook. And, you know, this is the wonderful thing to see, just the ad-lib play and the confidence to be able to deliver it. Oh, when it comes off, doesn't it look beautiful?
I think these boys, they touch during the summer, basketball during the winter, with the skills like that. 3-all, definitely what we want.
Yeah, ka rawe te rewi. Or should we say ka rewi? Great touchdown there for the Manawatu boy. He'll be loving that one in his hometown.
North Harbour here just settled things down. Each team getting a few repeat sets on the line. Always helpful. Pretty compact on that left-hand side. Not too much happening. You see North Harbour setting things up. Off his left again. Good defence from Manawatu. We've seen the winger there from Manawatu, Rod, being a long way in the middle of the field. I'm sure if the North Harbour crew have noticed that, sorry, it was the link, they'll probably try and go back for that play, sequence something to finish in that right-hand side. As Harbour get through, late cut. Was there a touch? Did we call the touch? No.
I think that might have been Mauri McGregor again. You put him on the ball and, you know, he's lethal. Just drawing across the face of the Manawatu defence there.
Rod, you pretty much select anyone who wears a black singlet. Mauri McGregor, is he involved in that?
To be honest, I haven't seen the name before, but you know, clearly it's on the radar now. He's doing an awesome job for them, in partnered up with Kapi Ryan. It seems to be a nice little pod that they've got going on at the moment. But this is the end. That could get interesting if there's anything coming.
Yep.
And I don't know about it and seen it before. It's going to come from this Manawatu 21's team here.
Manawatu, 32 pick, looking wrong. Ooh, that looked way too traditional for Manawatu. I was hoping to see the backflip, and then, just around the corner. Anyway, great attack there from Manawatu. North Harbour up the centre. Don't often see that much. Couple just centering touches.
Well, it's about time that they, that the coaches obviously they've realised that now. They're going, just too lateral too quickly. We won't talk about that. We'll move on with that one. Meyer, as we see the pressure out, and I'm pretty sure that there was a wing available on the outside that he missed. So maybe an opportunity missed there, I think. But as we can see, North Harbour looks like they want to get in on the show and start moving the ball around a little bit.
4-3 North Harbour. 7 minutes to go in the first half of our second live stream game here at the 2023 Bunnings Warehouse National Touch Championships at Only Park, Palmerston North. And again, we talk about the weather. I must say, when we turned up here this morning, a lot more wind. It doesn't seem like it's affected the game too much, but in terms of the temperature, beautiful again, not too hot and definitely not cold. 6 again, good call from the referee.
Yeah, not sure that was required there from Mauri McGregor late in the count. To be get him a turnover, a repeat set, and especially with this ad-lib style of play. But nice lift by the link there, although she got herself called up, got away with it. But certainly the link not lacking confidence in moving up and making those touches.
1 or 2 there, going short side. Oh, nice little catch and pass. That one definitely wasn't forward. For a nice touchdown in the left-hand corner from number 7 from Manawatu, Elizabeth. Her mates call her Lil, so Lil Brown.
Yeah, it's Lil Brown. Lil Brown Maya. I did call her Elizabeth. She was with us at the PTLs, and I got a growling for that. So it is Lil Brown. But very nice work here from the ladies. Quick hands and a nice recovery there from Jada Maniapoto to receive that facing in and then be able to release that ball on the out.
Maniapoto the key in that. That wouldn't have happened without that skill level. North Harbour straight out of the replay, and we see them hot on attack again. Key person, Ruawehe. He's just getting 32 picks sorted out. Go back right to left. Yep, was on long there. Good defence from the Manawatu winger. Had that pass well and truly covered. Hot start here, George. 8 tries, first 15 minutes. It's not because the defence has been average, but I don't know how you're supposed to defend backflips and over the shoulder.
I'll tell you about it. Everyone at home will be loving this touch. 8 touchdowns in the first half. The crowd's starting to fall in. The home crowd's here to see Manawatu do well. We've already had one game here in the open mix. Unfortunately, Manawatu will be going off to play for the 3rd and 4th battle, but here we have the 21s open mix playing against North Harbour, and let's see what Manawatu can do for the home crowd.
Here he is, the man, Mauri McGregor. Just gas as well as skill. Rod, it's great to see the hometown team having 2 teams in semi-final/final on this last day.
Oh, absolutely, and the crowd is coming out to toe talk with them, and it's good to see them as we see a nice little follow play there.
Oh.
Well, a little bit unfortunate for the link there, a little bit loose, but she wasn't too far away, so just a step off maybe, but Cuppy Ryan, very very high touch IQ and just well worked there.
I wouldn't quite say that's a slam dunk, as you'll know, Rod. I'm one of the founding presidents of the Stop the Slam Dunk committee.
Oh, absolutely. The number of injured wrists and what have you that come. I know it looks pretty and all the rest of it, but when you get to the top, just the amount of time that it takes to have that ball in the air, it slows things down quite a lot. So as we see a missed opportunity there from Manawatu.
5-4 Harbour. We've seen Mauri McGregor. He set everyone else up, and he fortunately got set up there that time. I must say, in the second quarter of this game, the Harbour transition has been a lot more tidier. Rod, we haven't seen those turnovers, and that's, I think, something that's helped them is great power onto that yards.
Yeah, there's just a nice little what we call a fly play there. So just on the transitions as the middles are coming around, you just squares them up a little bit as we see it here. So we just move the ball out. He just squares them up a little bit and then just pumps them on the outside there. So I noticed a lot more of the younger teams now are starting to utilise that, especially where you've got legs. Just a little more deception in the play.
Number 12 from North Harbour, Sanderson Ruawehe scores that touchdown, 6-4. North Harbour just creeped out to 2 here. It's Manawatu through Ngatai Crib, picks up, sweeper play, steps back looking for the beautiful little follow. Really like that one there, George.
Yeah, great follow there. Ngatai Crib has been playing in the big men's league and the Opens, doing his stuff over there in Fiji. This is just easy stuff for him, the 21s here. Nice set-up play, feed off and ready for the follow on the inside. beautiful, nice finish. Too easy. Touchdown, Manawatu.
A lot of times I see that first part there, Rod, where you get the sweeper play, they step back and look to go under. But this time they had a little bit of an add-on there, which was the follow play. So great work there from Manawatu. North Harbour back on 6-5. Really like it. The other committee I'm on, the drop-off committee, is enjoying this nice tight battle.
Well, the drop-off that we had yesterday in the finals was exciting, Maya. So, if it gets to that, I'm sure we'll be treated to to another awesome drop-off. So, here's hoping. I'm sure the coaches aren't thinking the same thing.
No, 32 pick. Checking his options, throws long. Ooh, I thought the referee was initially looking for a forward pass there, but it's taken 2 steps back. 7-5. Harbour hit straight back. Plenty of time though. Manawatu would love to get one more in this last 20 minute and 20 seconds. As we see, just a simple 32 play. And then picks the ball up, checking the options, checking to see where the winger is. Throws a beautiful pass. The wind must have blown that forward after he passed it, and we haven't.
Yeah, to be honest, I think it's taken North Harbour a wee while to recognise that the wind is blowing that way, and that's the favoured side. So I'm surprised they haven't thrown a few more of those.
That's one area, I don't know if you've just seen it there, where the Manawatu team were coming into attack and the North Harbour team pulled back. Well, in the rules you can't do that, and I always think that defensive teams tend to get away with that the first time they do that each set. So I know as a lot of the coaches would have always said to me, can you make sure we get them up as we just have a outplay. Pass has been given the all clear from the sideline referee. Great time to hit back. 30 seconds left in the first half. Manawatu get themselves back to 6-7, George.
Yeah, nice hands, nice play here. Manawatu setting up on the line. They're going to look wide to the left. Here he goes, kicks out, bounces out. Here we go, beautiful pass. The timing was all clear. And Little Brown getting it down in the corner there with another touchdown. Manawatu needed that one before half time.
I'm glad he had some sleep, Rod. I'd hate to know what that would be like. The siren just about to hit. One more play here for North Harbour. Oh! Great work there from North Harbour and Manawatu. They would have just wanted that hooter to go a second earlier, but great work. Harbour, no time on the clock. Went out there with his nice starter players. We'll see in the replay of the... No replay in that one. As we see, North Harbour 8-6 going into this half-time break.
Well done, team. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good work. Yes, good side step. Excellent. Working forward. Well done. Well done, team. Good. For Bunnings Homegrown Heroes. But Mahi never stops. Thanks, mate. Okay, team, come on in. Let's go. Let's huddle up. Bring it in, guys. Nominate your homegrown hero today. 1, 2, 3, 3.
Sport. What does it mean to us? For some, it's potential, a promise that we could be better, that the early mornings will be worth it, that we could be champions.
It starts with touch.
Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
Tēnā koutou katoa te whānau. Welcome back to the halftime break in our second live stream game between the North Harbour and Manawatu under 21 mixed. Rod, what was your summation of that first half?
Oh, it's still very, very even, Maya. So, Manawatu by no means out of it here, and 2 touchdowns can happen very, very quickly. So, as we see, I think this is the end of the last touchdown. They got just a little quick in. A nice little show. So, I think that's the more I lost the connection and comms on the D line there.
As we see Manawatu tap us off. George, we talked about committees in the first half. Rod's actually the president of the Sit on the Fence committee. And you're sitting in the co-president's chair over there as we see Manawatu hot on attack. You want to give us all, we have a phase play. Number 14 steps off the right. Referee goes down. Luckily, nothing happened there. Good set of defence from Harbour. Your thoughts on who's going to take this out at the end?
My thoughts on this one, being a boy from Manawatu for many years, I'll have to say Manawatu, because once I go out into the field there, I'll get a few shots or snipers down. So I'm going for Manawatu to come back in this one. But I know the Woodhouses very well, and they will be making it as hard as possible for Manawatu to get this victory.
And Rod, your 5-minute speech on how you're going to pick both teams?
No. North Harbour, man. Like I'm happy. I know these boys across the bridge, so and I have a lot of trust in the skill level and what they can do.
A new day, a new attitude. Great to see 2 decisive picks as North Harbour. Oh, she's even surprised to number 1 Woodhouse, Tyra Woodhouse. I don't know if that landed in her hands or if she caught it, but she seems pretty excited about that try. George, take us through the replay.
Here we go here, working our way through the field. Here's a nice pick, and he loads, goes short, and through the hands once again, locks and loads over the top. Oh, a little juggle there. Not worthy of the circus, but worthy of a touchdown. And Woodhouse gets another one on the board for Harbour.
I hope these are like scripted ones, because if these come from your head, there's concerns. Anyway, Manawatu back on attack.
Oh, got him behind there.
I've never seen them. Oh. Huh? I thought the referee was pointing down as in that was touchdown, but it was a touch. Unfortunately, they're great bit of skill. Again, this Manawatu team's good skills, amazing. Just backdoor play, looking short side, step back. Great defence there from the number 8 from North Harbour.
Yeah, nice little under defence there. The girl stepped up and the boy just slid under her just to help out a little bit and assist. So very good work there from North Harbour.
Good first set of transition, second set here, and something that. What do we go to? Yep, well worked there from Tyra Woodhouse to get a repeat set, but North Harbour picked up, as I said, at the half-time break, Rod, their transition through that orange zone, and that's definitely been the area that's helped them propel themselves to a 3-point lead, as we see, 9-6 Harbour.
Yeah, well, Lovey certainly would have a good understanding of that, and she's been around this area for a long time now, and she knows which areas. Ooh.
He even had the ref. Did you see the ref? He loaded up to go left, and the referee, Buttery, he was sprinting out to that corner where he thought the touchdown was going to be. As we see here, Wild and Brown in the middle, working together.
Can you see that score, bro?
This time, no problems. 10-6.
And no slam, Maya.
No slam as well. If it was a slam, it would have been a touch, as we know. But just looking at the replay here, Wild and Brown from North Harbour.
Just a nice little ML play there. Got nice and close, and attacked the toucher directly and got there before they could recover.
What does ML mean?
Middle link. So yeah, it's basically I guess for lack of a better a bus in the middle, George. So the Aussies tend to call it ML. This side I think we call it a dingo. So just. Same thing, different names, but a lot of the teams are using them here. A very good way to to tighten up the threes and attack the defenders immediately. You've got to receive that ball right on the ad line and go at them.
Yeah, good point there. So in terminology and defensive structures and numbering through the fields, we've got the 1, 2, 3. Wingers being the 1s, links being the 2s, and the middles being the 3s. And if you've done your homework, you'll be able to tell me which one scored that. Was it a 1, was it a 2, or was it a 3? I'll leave it up to you at home, and you'll maybe a prize draw later on, but I've got no prizes in my cupboard. But let's have a look at here on the rebate. Maya, talk us through it.
I'm still trying to work out if it was 1, 2 or 3, but as we see, the girl link there for North Harbour Nice try at the number 7. Lani.
Just a nice platform set there by North Harbour. Opened up the space and took the 3 right to the edge to allow the picker just to hit into that hole and gave him a bit of time to make those decisions.
George, plenty of time on the clock. Manawatu down by 5. The team you thought they might win. You're in the box. What is it that you're getting the team to do?
Yeah, there's a lot of time. We just need to complete the sets here for Manawatu. So through the park, have those nice structured setups. We talked about it earlier in the first game, like sequencing, as actually discovering what kind of defence they're doing. If they're pulling them in, it's going to go over the top. Like it's sort of one-play effects at the moment. They're just chucking one roll of the dice, and if it's working, it's working. If it's not, it's not. So maybe a couple of sequences like Rod talked about in the earlier game and some situations. What do you reckon, Rod?
Yeah, and I'd like to, get them to use the wind a little bit more. So obviously they're trying to throw longs, but they've thrown to the wrong side. So it'll be good to see them just try a couple of conditioners on the far side there and ready to release this side.
And there you hear it, right from the man himself. Good moves, good footwork. Did he get on the outside? He's got a good smile. He's got a great handshake and a good little finger wave as well. And the drop kick's not so bad as well. Here we go to the drop off, working their way to the 7th. Nice little quickie. Jordan infield step and bounces out. Beautiful winger and Lincoln tight. Gets on the outside. Looks like a touchdown. Just missed by Manawatu. That scoreline's getting a little bit big now, Maya.
Yep, Mania King with the touchdown there, taking Harbour out to 12-6. Manawatu, though, just the way they play, they absolutely have 6 in them. This will need to be one of those 6, as you see, the backdoor play. Just unsure whether that Harbour player was onside.
Yeah, I think that was the right thing to do, though. The condition was one to the far side before sweeping around back, and I think that long option was on there, Georgie, so it'll be good to see them try that a couple more times. Tell you what, some of these players have got some awesome skills to be able to receive that and try and shift that ball along. It's a difficult thing to do, so...
Yeah, I just harp back to the 27 women's game that we've seen, and Holly Graham was one of those, plays down the link spot, and the amount of time she'd catch the ball off her toes and have the ability to just, within less than a second, pass it on to a winger and set them up so many times. So, yeah, it's been really impressive. Not only the young ones, but the ones that aren't quite as young as the young ones can still do it as well. Harbour on attack. It's just a pick straight up the middle. Tries to manipulate the defender inside, outside, gets caught, dummy half. It was the last touch. Manawatu, good start to their set, getting all the way across to their box side. Oh, unfortunately, wasn't much pressure on there. Just unfortunately, Tipek couldn't keep hold of the ball.
Yeah, we talked about it. They need to complete their sets. This is not going to help them at all with a 6-point deficit at this moment. But like our man over here said, the game's not over till it's over. Anything can happen, especially the way this Manawatu's been pulling out some of those touchdowns. Expect the unexpected.
Murray McGregor, haven't said his name too much so far this first half, which is a dangerous sign for Manawatu, but he's got his hands on the ball here. Works in the middle with Ujoy, just making his way out to the link. Maybe a backdoor play. Oh, fake quickie, goes left. Unfortunately, the pass just a little bit too high for the diving Murray McGregor. Good set of D from Manawatu. George, you obviously played for the Wellington men's 40s the last 3 days.
Oh, thanks for that, mate. Yeah, we actually got one of these live streams, and thank you for being very kind to me. I was struggling out there with a few injuries, which has put me out of training and so forth. And that game we had to play, I think we were facing 12 current New Zealand players of age groups. And talking of age groups, look at this guy with the intercept, full field runaway. North Harbour, have we got a great dive, great stretch, and this is going to lift the team. This could change the game in a matter of moments. That was ever a big moment. That was one of them.
Sherrard Chase, that is what you call never giving up. 6 down, he still believes. Murray McGregor, I thought he was there.
Did you say Chase?
Chase on the chase.
I didn't even know. North Harbour, unfortunately, Manawatu couldn't Work on the back of Sherrod Chase's great chase down there as they get themselves out to 13-6. Sorry for cutting you off there, George. You're talking about playing for Wellington. I did, and I must admit to it, as we see in the replay here, North Harbour not entirely too much going on here, so they pass it out to two of the better players. Woodhouse just doing a little bit of the quickie on the wing. Wasn't quite sure, but it must have been both players offside, as the ref Buttery said.
I think it was the link offside, and the winger went in. It looked like it was going to be a touch, and then she pointed the finger at the link that made the touch, but he didn't make the touch. He was offside to make the touch on that occasion. So it was a nice little slippery one that probably wouldn't happen too often. Unfortunately for Manawatu, it's another touchdown on the board for North Harbour.
Manawatu, hot on attack here. Unfortunately, angle plant. We talked about that in the last game, Rod. Pretty consistent with that ruling.
Yeah, and it comes back to the same old thing, ruck ownership and making sure that everything is clean in and around that ruck and trying to find a hip.
I must say, George, when I seen you on the live stream, I didn't realise you're going to be there. I had to check the grade, and it did say 40s, not 30s. So I sent one of the tournament staff out to do an ID check, and they said you just got into the grade. So good to see. Great dive.
Talking about just getting into the grade, just got into the line of fire there, getting a hand there. Number 5, putting the ball to ground. Reset for North Harbour on the 7-metre line. Fresh set to attack. They're looking to go down the right side trim. Back to the middle, centering.
Roger,
strong touch.
You'll know, is Tyra and Alizé sisters, the Woodhouse?
I believe they are cousins, Maya.
Well, you know us Māoris, cousins, sisters, same thing. And as we see again, just another great touchdown. I just really like that little combination they had going on in that last touchdown before this. But we just see again in the middle, the North Harbour, they're setting things up in the middle, faking the quickie, going to the right-hand side, getting in behind. Good line, good hold from number 8, from North Harbour, Simone Lawson. The scores really got out on Manawatu, and it's... I can't entirely tell you why, as they're hot on attack again, looking for the underplay. Just had a couple of tries, those last two from North Harbour, that sort of it wasn't really looked like much was on.
Yeah, and more the unconventional ones. But they are putting, the more they do it, they are putting pressure on the Manawatu defence to do it. So as we see a nice long ball here.
On that occasion, it wasn't bad attack. It was great defence. They managed to hold well and then shift out, release, and get out to the overlaps out wide. So North Harbour really got this locked in at the moment.
Yeah, I think they're playing with a lot of confidence at the moment, and you can see like they're more than happy to run their girls in the middle, and so they've got great confidence in their squad right across the board.
I may be wrong, but I still don't think since the 11-minute mark of the first half, North Harbour have been very accurate in the transition phase. As we see a 32 plant. Just a touch and pass, I think, or a touch. Referee put up 6 touch. Better there from Manawatu.
I'm a little concerned, Maya, that you think you may be wrong. There's plenty of people around that tell you otherwise, I'm sure. But as we see Manawatu, this is a nice set and driving. Oh.
And there you have it, the third time today, Rod. You're so good at it, I think they're changing it from the commentator's curse to just the Rod one. Harbour here again. Really don't need to be given these sets this far into the attacking line. 14-6, 8-point lead. Come out to Woodhouse on the wing. Rawley working with Woodhouse there. As we see the number 10 there, Regan Brown working his way into the middle of the field. Sanderson, Ruawehe. Setting things up on the left-hand side. Not entirely sure what we had there, Rod.
Yeah, it was a good connection. I think what happened was both Manawatu defenders moved up, and it changed the plan that they wanted to run. So, oof. Yeah, they got a little bit lucky there on that one. Just it's always important when you are defending like that, is it's the referee's whistle that you play to. So you need to follow that through to the end. As we see another error in the transition by Manawatu. I'm sure Brett Cribb is biting the fingernails at the moment in the coach's box.
Harbour on attack. Phase play. Yeah, didn't quite get the ball down. Good call from the referee there. Often I see that let go. Good call from the referee. Didn't quite have square shoulders when he rolled the ball. Didn't really bobble too far. As you see the Harbour player going there with a hard touch. Number 10. Better set from Manawatu. Again, the Manawatu girls, super solid. Jada Maniapoto, super solid today. So they centre the attack. I'll be looking for a bit of a pick off the end of this touch. Steps to the rock. Oh, gets through quite easy, looking to link up. Great mirror from the North Harbour. I'm not sure if she was linked. Looks like the link. Great mirror there, George.
Yeah, great mirror there. Some great defence. What I like about the attack, Rod, they've kind of heard you and they've come back out to this left side where there's openings and so forth and the wind to help them. But they haven't capitalised on that situation. The other thing we talked about is winning sets and completing these sets. And I think 3 to 5 sets since we last talked, they haven't won. So if there's anything they need to get together for this last 4 minutes is a couple of those sets.
Yeah, real difference is the discipline. Manawatu giving a lot of penalties away for her in the ruck in the second half. Just putting a leg in as we see a short side play. Good, well defended. Tell you what, North Harbour wouldn't be going to that girls' side on the Manawatu. They've been great defenders on this scoreline. As we're back, Mauri McGregor gets the quickie infield. Probably touch, and there we go. That's why you don't slam dunk. Slam dunks get touches, slides get tries. Manawatu. North Harbour again, sweet play, probably early release. Oh, yep. Fortunately, Mauri McGregor just wasn't on there.
Important for Manawatu here, just to settle it down, to just get forward. You need to get down the other end of the field to, to convert. So you just need to take their time on it, and there's no need to rush it. More important that they're accurate. Maniapoto on the ball there. They'll look to move across to the middle of the field shortly. As we see a power play, we're out. Ooh. But there is some room for them to move out this side of the field, George. So it's good that they've identified that and they're starting to work towards that. They just need to put an end on a couple of those.
Yeah, they created well on that occasion to go out wide, right to left, but didn't capitalise. They completed that set of 6, which was a positive. Coming down to the last 3 minutes, they want to finish strong here for the strong Manawatu support on the sidelines.
North Harbour set things up in the middle. One thing I do like about Manawatu, they definitely haven't put the cue in the rack. They're still really expressing themselves. There's a nice punch onto the ball there. Yeah, really good. That set-up platform strike there before that try was really what set that up. Just good North Harbour momentum. Manawatu on their back foot there, Rod.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, if your platform's clean, your isolation's good, you can always create a lot of space in the middle. And as we see, just the power drive here, very, very nice. Caught him on side, caught him shoulders outside, stepped on the inside, and it just causes the defence to have to shut, and then you've got your choice to or who you hit in terms of attack. So very nice platform set up there from North Harbour.
Great adjustment from Harbour through this game, and I just got a real big shout out to Willie Woodhouse and the coaching staff there for the North Harbour team. They really made that slight adjustment that they needed to in the first half. Oh, forward pass. Sometimes I think when passes are just so beautiful, we just need to pretend it wasn't forward and give the touchdown. Unfortunately there for Manawatu, but again, 9 behind on the scoreboard and still really expressing themselves, attacking to the end. Love the attack from Manawatu. The skills and the non-traditional skills that we're seeing here has just been amazing. And big ups to the Manawatu team. But North Harbour, a lot more professional in the last 30 minutes of this game. As we see, very accurate on their yard set. Know where they want to get to. Rod, the disease has rubbed off onto me.
You can see a nice little setup again there for Kapi Ryan and McGregor. Just trying to run that little fly play. Kapi Ryan just maybe a little bit guilty of taking the ball just a little bit too far over in that instance. But yes, a dominant display by North Harbour, especially in this half. They've never really panicked. They've trusted in their systems, and Lovey Woodhouse is a very savvy coach. So between her and Willie, they've coached them really, really well. So they can be and should be congratulated for the job that they've done here with this 21 mixed team.
Wild and Brown. Here we see Brown with the ball, steps off his left, across the face to Wild. Great defence again, and again the highlight, the Manawatu girls, particularly on their line on defence, have been outstanding. As we've seen, I think the number was number 5 or number 6, was it? Mediana Ratama, just working their way out as we creep into the last 10 seconds of this 21 mixed final in the 2023 National Championship. Who'd have just gone off in the background, Rod, as we see a pretty convincing and professional effort from the North Harbour 21 mixed 15 over the Manawatu mixed team 6. We see the little celebration there from Mania King. He had a few celebrations after his touchdown, and he's got another one after the hooter.
Yeah, well, there'll certainly be a lot of metal around the necks of the Woodhouses here. They seem to all be here today, and they'll be we're happy with the efforts of their squad today. They've worked very well right the way through the entire weekend, so some reward for that. But conversely, Manawatu didn't do themselves in any favours just with those errors. But I'm sure that they would have learnt a lot from this game, and just to make it to the finals really is a big ups for any team at a nationals, and they've suited themselves well here. So there's a lot to take away for them, and who can forget just that ad-lib play and the way and style that they play. It's awesome to see, and hope that they keep that moving through. It's good to see that type of play in our game. It's exciting. It's a little bit high risk, but every now and then it's something for to keep in the kete, somewhere you can go to. And utilise it. In the past, New Zealand has always been kind of good with those types of plays. That's where the Benji Marshalls and Sean Johnsons and so forth come from. A lot of those plays behind the back. So it's good to see that it's still alive and well in the New Zealand framework.
And for me, this is why our touch is beautiful. Getting the photo together. And it's also why it's beautiful. We're out on the field to do our interview with the winning captain. I think we have George. George, you got me, mate?
Mate, here with Matua Kribi, local legend, taking the Manawatu 21 mix to the finals. You'll be very proud of your crew. Talk us through it. What was the campaign like? How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, just stoked for our Manawatu crew, man. We came together literally on Thursday night. First training for an hour and 15 minutes. Started the tournament relatively in first gear, and to get to here is amazing. But we're just going off the back of open mixed. Just awesome to have, I guess, our Touch Manawatu crew with our 30s men's yesterday, cracking it to the final as well. Just our central crew getting back up on the mat. Just appreciate the time that our parents gave on the Thursday night to have their kids, and some come back from uni. But no, proud of our kids. They are young. I've got 15-year-olds in there running around and getting the under-21s grade, so to get to the final, man, I'm absolutely stoked.
Very, very good. And I know you're doing a lot of work with the youth here as a junior coaching director. Put a lot of work in. You spoke about young 15-year-olds stepping up to the under-21s, and you'd never know. The beautiful work that you're doing in this draw here, we thank you for that. How's it feel to be back here in Manawatu running around? You run around the last few days, but now you're back. What's the feeling like, my friend?
It's actually good just to get out of my own bed and get back in here. Cool to see, I guess, more Manawatu locals able to get around and support us. Kids are here, whānau's here, but myself playing as well, a little bit sore. Chasing Georgie around for the last few days was a bit of a mission, but we're still standing. So us, I call it over 21-year-olds, did pretty well as well for the last few days. So ngam kia koe, George, o te rā tātou, kia ora.
Kia ora, Kribi, and thank you for all your mahi, my friend. I'm going to go over now to Maddie, over Ye Joy over here. I'm sure she's full of joy. Thank you very much, Matua. Maddie, Ye Joy, look at you. Big, beautiful smile here, and you have every right to have that smile. How are you feeling?
Oh, it was a good campaign for us. We're all obviously excited, as you can see. But yeah, we put in the hard yards just to get here, and we're just a young team, just that culture we have is just probably what just got us here. So yeah.
Beautiful. You got some whānau there in the Full House Woodhouse connection there that helped you get through this. How were your coaches, your coaching staff, management staff, and the other Woodhouse whānau?
Well, they've supported us this whole whole journey that we've got here. But we're massive thank you to them. You know, they've always had our backs and just always, you know, have us till the end, really. But they've supported us all this way, and just thank them for all this.
Awesome. It's been some tough times throughout New Zealand. There's people at home watching. There's people here that have come through some tough times. Obviously, there may be some whānau up north that you've had some tragedies with in their areas. Is there any shout-outs just to people that couldn't be here? Any voices that you want to shout out to?
Well, just shout out to anyone who's like obviously affected from what's happened in New Zealand recently. But yeah, just hoping everyone was safe and over those times, and just pretty much,
awesome. Beautiful young lady. I won't hold her up anymore. There we go. There's the excitement. There's the love. There she goes. She deserves every moment of it. I'm just going to sign out here. Touch. What a game.
This Touch New Zealand event is proudly supported by Bunnings Warehouse.